Alrighty, it's time for the round 21. I think it was round 21 injury report. Tim Taranto, test calf, obviously was a laid out against the Pies and had some tightness against the Eagles. He will be a very welcome back addition. Hopefully he gets through training this week and is able to be selected for the Gold Coast game. Not good to put all the midfield load onto Jacob Hopper, but he did all right. So hopefully Taranto is back for that one. Seth Campbell, concussion test. So Serpil said he's happy to say that he's passed the test with flying colours, which was good. And he's just got to get through training tomorrow to be available this week. So fingers crossed he ticks all those boxes. He'll be an automatic conclusion if all okay. I suppose the question mark then becomes who does he come in for? And yeah, I'm sure we will discuss that later on in the week. But we definitely did miss his run, the zip and carry against the Pies. Not that it would have made too much difference ultimately, but better to have him than to not have him. So we're welcoming him back. Josh Smiley, conditioning test. It's a really interesting read, this one from Serpil. So it says, Smill is a similar scenario to Seth. We've seen him out doing some training lately, which was great. He's happy to say if he gets through training this week, we'll consider him for a game. Of course, there's a conservative approach we like to take with these young blokes. We'll continue down that path if we need to. I mean, I don't know if I'm happy or sad with that update. Like, I think we were all kind of gearing ourselves up for a VFL game this week, which may still happen for Smiley. But I guess it's frustrating because he doesn't even have an injury at the moment. Like, there's no injury. It's literally just getting his body into the right shape for the rigours of AFL, VFL football of someone at his size. So I kind of feel like there comes a point where at some stage you're just going to be better off getting the fitness out on the ground, running around, rather than training. But we also don't want to risk him having any further injury issues down the track. So I guess we'll be equally as okay with the conservative approach. But fingers crossed we see him up in the Gold Coast. McAuliff Lafau, calf 2 to 4 weeks. McAulif's going okay, probably not progressing as well as they would have liked him to, Serpil had mentioned. They had him down for 2 to 4 weeks last week and they're going to stick to that. They just want to make sure that he progresses in a safe manner. I guess we've still got the VFL wildcard and potential VFL finals as well. So we do have to make sure we give players like McAuliff all the time they need, because it's not so much about the AFL football, because there's only so much that they'll be able to do in the limited games we have left. It's also about making sure we give ourselves a fair chance at VFL finals. Liam Fawcett, foot 2 to 4 weeks. Liam's done really well, come out of surgery and back into training really quickly. The trainers are looking after him and they anticipate having him back in 2 to 4 weeks. So again, similar to McAuliff, it's not about the AFL play, it's about the VFL. So having him back in time for VFL finals or wildcard, whatever we are in, will be handy if we can hold on. The VFL team's doing well, aren't they? I mean, we've been missing a few troops and they've been holding up well. Who else we got? Oliver Hayes-Brown did I don't know if he did the hamstring. It says 2 to 4 weeks. He said he's a bit tight after some aerial contests, Serpil said. So with our ruck stocks, they want to just go a bit conservative and take a 2 to 4 week timeline. But I kind of thought he might have been on the verge of playing an AFL game. So to see him miss with a hamstring is a little bit frustrating. But again, it's about a VFL look for him in the last few weeks. But it would be nice to see him get a crack at AFL level at some point. Thompson Dow patella 2 to 5 weeks. Good news is that Thompson Dow has responded to training, which is good because he did have a few weeks in a row where it wasn't sounding very great. And they're going to still hold his return to play timeline, and they'll hopefully see that drop in a couple of weeks. I've got to change hands, my arm hurts. McAuliff. Now, we did make a post the other day that... hang on. Get me phone. We did make a post the other day that we had heard that McAuliff did re-injure his quad. And it's not one that I like being right about, but the source was pretty impeccable with it, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you want to view it. So it's got McAuliff quad 4 to 6 weeks. Sad for Kane because the week before he got through the match sim scratch match, so he was actually doing really well against Sandringham, and they wanted to make sure he could get through another training session before putting him into VFL/AFL, and that's where he restrained it in the training of all things. So really disappointing for McAuliff. It just feels like a lot of these guys are re-injuring themselves like right on the cusp of return, so they go through their 4 to 6 weeks And then on the last minute test or last minute training session, that's when they seem to be re-aggravating it. So I'm not too sure why that's the case. It seems to be a bit of a pattern that I'm not enjoying at the moment. So hopefully we can rectify that at some stage. And look, I know we're not the only club with injuries, but yeah, Campbell McAuliff, it would have been good for him to have an extended run because he was doing some good things before he hurt himself. Campbell Gray, 4 to 6 weeks, the knee, so he's actually doing quite well. They expect him back around 4 to 6 weeks, and hopefully that wild card and the VFL finals and the wild card round after that. Liam, do you think Campbell Gray will come back and play VFL?
Yep.
Yep, very good. He didn't even know what to say to that. And Samson Ryan is 4 to 6 weeks, so we've actually got a timeline on that now rather than TBC. So they're progressing. He's progressing well, and with our ruck socks, they want to take it carefully.
Why is it Tim Taranto and Seth Campbell?
Well, because Tim Taranto, he was injured, now he's coming back, and Seth Campbell's coming back from injury as well. So, do you like Seth Campbell?
Hell yeah.
Who's your favourite player?
24 and 44.
24 and 44. There you go. So that is the injury report for round 21. Hopefully we get a few names back soon, but disappointing on the Kane McAuliff front. So we'll hopefully get him in for some VFL finals later on in the year. But that is it from us from Bali. Make sure you like and subscribe. And
Go Richmond!
Go Tigers. And we'll see you in the next one. Go Tigers.